Hell yeah.
Well,
That was hideous, and I bumped one of my cables to go to my joystick, and it is absolutely uncalibrated right now.
You live.
yeah, you lived. You definitely made it
Wild.
there. Wow, the visibility is surprisingly well. What wire was it?
It might have been number 4. It was an ugly. It was number 1 far aft.
I got it all on replay.
It was fucking hideous, and I was so far off course. I was having a little trouble understanding what you guys were saying, but I also got a 4-year-old standing in the background, so.
Yeah, we definitely heard that. Like what kind of transmissions were you confused about?
Well, it wasn't so much a confusion when I could understand it, hear you guys. There was no, the transmissions themselves weren't confusing. The only thing that I got messed up on is I haven't messed with the HSI that much in the 18 to where I know how to go in and run the TACAN and do a course, input my course like I need to, so that I could have just gone to the back of the boat on course with the HSI.
Yeah. But did you figure it out? Or did you just kind of raw dog it?
No, I got it. I mean, I half-assed got it figured out. I mean, I can see, I've got it set up on my HSI now where I knew where I was going. Now my TACAN was hooked in, and I had my TACAN information, so I knew where I could see my course on my HUD, so I knew where I needed to be as far as that went.
It just was that the course wasn't set up?
Yeah, I just didn't have my, the actual line itself that runs across the HSI.
Yeah. If you go to your AMPCD, on the top right, there's a switch that's called CRS.
Yeah. Well, I know. Yeah. Son of a bitch! All I had to do was click that.
So if you right click that or left click that and hold it on your UFC, it's gonna there's gonna be a CSEL, course select.
Yeah, course select.
And if you type in 082, it's gonna pop in that headend for you.
Son of a bitch! That would have made life so much easier.
Yeah, that's all right though.
Now, like on a Garmin stack in a Cessna 172, all day. I can do that, all day. But it's a little different in the Hornet cockpit.
Yeah. So I'll be honest, that was kind of what I was noticing, that you had issues with the Marshall stack. And as an air traffic controller, you just kind of do what you got to do to get him on the deck. And if Marshall stack is an issue, you just kind of put him on approach and fly him in, right? So that's kind of what we did, and that worked out. And you really don't need your course select line for us to vector you in. And I think the first final that I gave you, I fucked it up a little bit here and there. That wasn't perfect, but on the second one I was pretty happy with.
I was a lot more happy with the second one. I was still way off on my course, but then again, I'm also not used to having live ATC bring them into the carrier, so I kept wanting to fight, and I shouldn't have. Instinct should have told me, just let you do what you got to do, but
yeah. So what my goal is with this, because just practicing air traffic control doesn't do anything if you don't actually do missions with air traffic control, is to train and actually include some combat. So I'm probably start next training session. I'm gonna start doing actual combat parts, which is gonna start simple to make sure y'all don't die. And then slowly but surely, I'd like to work towards having more people being able to use ATC and having GCI and all that shit, having a good campaign actually working.
So where was I messing up on the Marshall course?
So I gave you the Marshall point, which is a point relative to the ship's heading, pretty much straight behind it. So I forgot what it was. It was like a 270 at 21. That means from the ship, no matter which way it's facing and no matter which way you're heading, that's unrelated. You're going to be on the 27 radial, which is south of the ship, at 21 miles doing left-hand turns. And whenever I gave you that instruction, I guess there was some confusion. It's probably me not really telling you all what that meant. Which is okay. I mean, we kind of dropped it all short here. But again, I'm always free and I can definitely teach y'all.
I enjoyed the hell out of it, man. I mean, I got to a point where I knew I was just going to get murdered, but, you know, just muscle memory, you know, I had fun, man.
Yeah, my 2.7 radio, where is that in the corner?
Your T7 radio?
No, you said I needed to be on 2.7. What'd you say? 2.70?
The radio?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Okay, so basically, test.
I got you.
Okay, I thought my Discord crashed. It's showing me that I'm talking the whole time. I don't know why. That's weird. 1 second. Let me try something.
Wait, you still there?
Test. Okay. Looks like it's working out. Okay, so for the Hornet specifically, to do fly around, make it work. So once you contact Marshall, he's gonna give you the final bearing, and he's also gonna give you the Marshall point. Now, realistically, you don't need the radio because once you put in your course line, that's the reciprocal. Those are reciprocals of each other. So if you put your course line into an 8-2, your Marshall point is basically just the other side of the ship. So all you got to do is type in that final bearing with your course selector switch, and then you have to kind of shoot, kind of dead reckoning to the back of the ship and intercept that line at 21 miles, and then do your circles, left-hand turns.
Where's your copy?
Sad. Hey, Bishop, you said you were recording?
I'm recording every bit of it, just for personal tutorial or your use.
I would love to have that recording.
Yep, we have every bit of it.
Perfect. Yeah, you can just drop me that at Discord or whatever works best to share that.
Copy. I don't really have a way to do it. I don't think I think I can do it. If not, I'll figure it out for tomorrow.
Cool. Yeah, that would definitely be useful just to look at and cut out certain segments maybe used for training.
Sure. So I know you don't want me putting anything of the class on my movies, but you said while we're in flight, you didn't mind any of that being reproduced?
Not at all.
Okay. Cool. Because I said I'd just stay away from it, and I started thinking about, well, this would be really cool for some of these videos if you don't mind. But yeah, I will show you your classwork. That's your yeah, that's yours.
Yeah. Just obviously mention like in the section like that it's training, pointing out that not everything's perfect yet, but yeah, I don't mind the actual mission parts, physical training parts on the server. You can totally share that, put it on YouTube.
Cool.
Probably gonna double check with Fidla if he's alright with it.
Yeah, if you don't mind me, or is he even here? If you don't mind me using your likeness in your your voice. I mean, it's probably not going to be linear that anybody can understand. It's just going to be clips of it.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it. Just send me the YouTube link so I can subscribe and I can listen in myself. I'm interested to hear myself.
Very well.
How I sound confident or weak or what.
You sound pretty good to me. Hey, Artie, if you go to the Wolfpack Discord and you scroll down to Media Creation, you see Bishop. That's where my movies are.
Okay.